Hello students, today I am going to begin kinetic theory of gases. So before coming over the kinetic theory of gases, I will explain you about the perfect gases. Perfect gas means ideal gas. About this you have already studied in the chemistry. Perfect gas means ideal gas. So see here, which gas we take as the perfect gas. So perfect gas is one, ideal gas is one which obeys Boyle's law and Charles' law under all conditions of pressure and temperature. It obeys Boyle's law and Charles' law under all conditions. It's clear. Means ideal gas obey Boyle's and Charles' law 100%. Actually speaking, there is no such gas which obeys to these laws up to 100%. Then there is two more important properties. Number one, the molecules of the ideal gas are infinitesimally small. Infinitesimally small means they don't occupy any significant volume. Means the total volume of the molecules is zero. Total volume of the molecules is zero. It's clear. This is one main important property of the characteristic of the molecules of an ideal gas. Characteristic of the molecules of an ideal gas. And second, there is no significant force in between the molecules howsoever close they may be. चाहे उनको जितना भी पास क्यों ना ला दें, there will be no significant force of attraction in between them. It's clear. Means since there is no force of attraction in between the molecules, therefore ideal gas can never be liquefied. Ideal gases can never be liquefied. So what is ideal gas? What is its property? What is its ideal gas definition? It is gas which obeys Boyle's law and Charles' law under all conditions of temperature and pressure. That gas is said to be ideal gas. What are the characteristics of its molecules? Its molecules are infinitesimally small. Means no volume is occupied by the molecules. Suppose there is an ideal gas consisting 100 molecules. So that 100 molecules will occupy no volume. There will be no volume of these. The molecules of the ideal gas are infinitesimally small. That already I have told. And second, there is no force of attraction howsoever close the molecules be. चाहे मॉलिक्यूल्स कितना भी पास क्यों न ला दें, उनके बीच में कोई भी फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन नहीं होगा. Now after this there is a equation of state for an ideal gas. So first you see what is Boyle's law, that you know. According to the Boyle's law, at the constant temperature, volume of a certain mass of gas is inversely proportional to pressure. At constant temperature, when temperature is constant. It is clear. What is Charles' law? At constant pressure. At constant pressure, volume is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Absolute temperature means temperature in Kelvin. Now what is the equation of state? So here equation of state is P1 V1 upon T1, this you have already studied, equals to P2 V2 upon T2. It's clear. How will you reach at this? Suppose you have taken a certain mass of a gas whose initial pressure is P1, initial volume is V1 and temperature is T1. Temperature is T1. Here keeping the temperature constant, if we increase pressure from P1 to P2, what will happen? Volume will be changed. Keeping the temperature constant, if we change the pressure, volume will also be changed. Means what will be? Suppose it becomes V dash. So from the Boyle's law equation, you know P1 V1 equals to P2 V2 means P1 V1 equals to P2 V dash. Means what will be V dash? P1 V1 upon P2. Now the parameters of the gas are this. Now if keeping the pressure constant, From here, if keeping the pressure constant, we change volume. It's clear? We change here, temperature was constant. If we change the temperature, suppose temperature has been changed from T1 to T2. Let the volume changes from V dash to V2. You can see here, earlier we have kept the temperature constant. Now pressure is same. Temperature is changed from T1 to T2. Let the volume becomes from V dash to V2. So from Charles' law, we will apply the Charles' law because the pressure is constant. When you will apply the Charles' law, what will you get? V1 upon T1 equals to V2 upon T2. V dash upon T1 equals to V2 upon T2. So what is the value of V dash from here? It will be V2 T1 upon T2. So now there are two values of V dash. One is this and another is this. You equate both the values of V dash. When you will equate both the values of V dash, what will you get? You can see here. P1 V1 upon P2 equals to V2 T1 upon T2. You bring the term of 1, जिसमें 1 है, उनको एक तरफ ले आए. So T1 you bring in this side. P1 V1 upon T1 equals to P2 V2 upon T2. Means P1 V1 upon T1 equals to P2 V2 upon T2. It's clear? It means for a given mass of gas, PV upon T is always constant. There may be different values of PVT. Gas may be in the different state. When the values of P, V and T are changed, we say that the gas is in the different state. Here state will be characterized by the values of P, V, T. If any one value will be changed, what will happen? The state of gas will be changed. It's clear? Don't confuse with solid, liquid and gas, because it is already in the gaseous state. Here state of the gas means the set of values of PVT. It's clear? These are called the thermodynamic coordinates. So if any one is changed, it means the state has changed. It's clear? So see here, for a given mass of gas, PV upon T will be constant. And this constant we denote by small r, which is called the specific gas constant. Specific gas constant, whose value for the different gases will be different. Its value for different gases will be different. It is clear? This is called the specific gas constant. But if you take 1 mole of different gases, 1 mole means equals to gram molecular weight. For example, 1 mole of oxygen gas 32 gram, 1 mole of sulfur dioxide gas 64 gram, 1 mole of ammonia gas 17 gram. It's clear? So if you take the 1 mole of different gases and for them if you find out this value, we will find that all the gases will have the same value, if they are 1 mole. If we take 1 mole of different gases, then we find this has the same value for all the gases. And since it has the same value for all the gases, irrespective of the gas, its value is fixed. So this we call it the capital R, which you know that universal gas constant. Perhaps its value in the SI unit is 8.31. It is clear? So this is universal gas constant. That universal constant means whose value remains same irrespective of the other things. Its value remains same. Now see here, this is for 1 mole. Suppose there are n moles of gas. Then what will be the PV upon T? it will be equal to N into R, means PV equals to nRT. And what do you call this? You already know. This is the ideal gas equation. It is the ideal gas equation. For an ideal gas, what is an ideal gas? Whose molecules are infinitesimally small. There is no significant force in between the molecules. It is clear. Obeys Boyle's law and Charles' law under all conditions of temperature and pressure. It is clear. So that gas is ideal gas. For an ideal gas, the relationship between PV and T will be this. PV equals to nRT for n number of moles. For n number of moles, it will be this. It is called ideal gas equation. So, now we will discuss the kinetic theory of ideal gases. Kinetic theory of ideal gases means what is the motion of the molecules of an ideal gas. So, see here, as we already know that molecules of the ideal gas are infinitesimally small. It is clear? These molecules are perfectly rigid also. There are some characteristics of kinetic theory of ideal gas, and by these characteristics, by these postulates, why do we call them postulates? Because in reality it don't exist. It is found that all the gases are real gases, they are not ideal, but at high temperature and low pressure they closely behave as a ideal gas. They closely behave as a ideal gas. All the real gases, they behave as a ideal gas, not exact 100%, but closely behave as the ideal gas at low temperature, low pressure and high temperature. So see here, there are some characteristics of the kinetic theory of ideal gas. What are the first? Its molecules are perfectly rigid. Perfectly rigid. It's clear. And infinitesimally small. They don't occupy any volume. Means they don't occupy any volume means what will happen? Suppose this is a container whose volume is 1000 centimeter cube and there are 100 molecules. It's clear. And if we assume that the volume of one molecule is 1 centimeter cube, though it is a very large volume, but here we have assumed volume of each molecule is 1 centimeter cube. Therefore, what is the total volume occupied by the molecules? It will be 100 centimeter cube. Means what will be the volume available for their movement? That will be less than 1000. That will be less than 1000. How much volume is available for the motion of the molecules? It is only 900 centimeter cube. Because 100 centimeter cube is itself occupied by the molecules. So that volume is not available for them for the motion. But in case, so this is for real gases. But in case of ideal gases, what happens? We have assumed that molecules don't occupy any volume. Molecules don't occupy any volume. Therefore, volume of whole vessel in which the gases are enclosed is available for the movement of molecules. It is clear? Means what is the first characteristic? Molecules of the ideal gases are perfectly rigid and they are infinitesimally small. Therefore, whole volume of the vessel is available for the movement of the molecules. Now, second characteristic, there exists no force in between the molecules howsoever close they may be. Molecules चाहे जितने भी close हों, there will be no force. And since no force acts in between them, therefore what will happen? In between two collisions, molecule travel in the straight line. In between two collisions means molecule here collides with one molecule. After covering some distance, it collides to the other molecule. In between these two collisions, molecules are traveling in the straight line. It is clear? They will travel in the straight line. And why? Because no force acts in between the molecules. Number 3, you can see here, collisions are taking place instantly. Collisions are taking place instantly means no time elapses during the collision. No time elapses during the collision. Now you can see here. Suppose one molecule collides with this wall, then it goes to this wall and once again return to this. Colliding to this wall, then moving towards the other wall, opposite wall, collides to the other wall and then once again return. Suppose in this process no collision take place in between, कोई भी collision बीच में नहीं हो रहा और ये यहाँ से यहाँ आने में कितना टाइम ले रहा? 10 सेकेंड. It is clear. Now, in the other case, if there are suppose 50 collisions are taking place when it moves from here to here and then from here to here, we will find that it will take the same time. And why? Because already we have assumed no time elapses during the collision. मतलब collision के समय कोई भी टाइम क्या है? खर्च नहीं होता है. No time is elapsing. It is clear? So, now next property is collisions are perfectly elastic. As you know that in the elastic collision what happens? Kinetic energy remain conserved. So collisions of the molecule with the walls of the container, collision of the molecule with the other molecules, they are perfectly elastic. It is clear? Means its kinetic energy will remain conserved. And there is one more point. Since molecules are moving randomly in all possible directions, therefore their concentration with respect to the velocity, their concentration with respect to the location and their concentration with respect to the time, it will remain same. Now what is its meaning? Suppose if you take 1 centimeter cube here, 1 centimeter cube here, 1 centimeter cube here, 1 centimeter cube here, you have taken 4 different locations inside the container. If there are 100 molecules here, here also there will be 100, here also there will be 100, here also there will be 100. Their concentration with respect to the location in the container will remain same. Now see here, suppose at this moment here there are 100 molecules. Now if you leave this container undisturbed, हम इस कंटेनर को अनडिस्टर्ब्ड छोड़ दें, after 5 days you will find that there will be 100 molecules here. Means their concentration will not change with time. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि molecules settle down हो जाएंगे. क्यों नहीं settle down होंगे? Because collisions are elastic. During the collision they don't lose their kinetic energy. It's clear? Then one more thing. Their concentration with respect to velocities will remain same. Suppose 50 molecules are moving in this direction. Then here also 50 will move in this direction. Here also 50 will move in this direction and here also 50 will move in this direction. So these are the postulates of the kinetic theory of gases. Gas means ideal gas. Characteristics of the kinetic theory of ideal gases. It is clear? Now by using these postulates, we will deduce a formula of pressure exerted by the ideal gas. It is clear?